हरे कृष्ण। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन व्रज जन परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतश्रीमद् His Divine Grace अभयचरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतश्रीमद् His Divine Grace भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की। नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की। गंगमय की, यमुनामय की, भक्ति देवी की, तुलसी देवी की, कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की। हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. My humble obeisances to all the devotees at ISKCON, Perth. Very happy to come back here once again after almost a year and see this beautiful temple hall. Very unique. Wherever devotees sit, they can see the deities. They can see the speaker, and the speaker can see all the devotees. Very uniquely designed temple hall. And very well lit and bright, facilitating Krishna Katha. Whatever we do in life, ultimately it should bring us to a stage where we genuinely relish Hari Katha, Krishna Katha. I was asked by the coordinators to speak on Neha Bhikramana Sosti Shloka from the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Neha Bhikramana Sosti Pratyavayo na vidyate Svalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. The meaning of the shloka is, if you perform dharma, even slightly, Svalpamapyasya dharmasya, even if you perform dharma even little bit, trayate mahato bhayat, it will protect us from great dangers. Neha bhikramana sosti pratyavayo na vidyate. There is absolutely no diminution or loss or decrease in the spiritual credits that we have accumulated. When we do Shravanam or Kirtanam, that's Punya. Punya Shravana Kirtanam. What is this Punya? Punya is piety. When we do ordinary karmakandic activities, like doing some austerities, doing some yajnas, doing some vrata, japa, tapa, homa, this and that, we get some pious credits. That's called punya. But that is material piety. Material piety or material punya takes us to the upper planets, higher planets within this universe. But in contrast to this material piety or material punya, there is a spiritual piety, spiritual punya. And that is punya shravana kirtanam. Spiritual piety takes us beyond this universe. Material piety takes us to higher planets within this universe, like Svargalok. But spiritual piety takes us beyond this universe to the spiritual world. So Shravanam and Kirtanam are not ordinary material pious activities that can give you high grade of sense enjoyment or facilities to live. So these pious credits, which are spiritual pious credits, are never exhausted. Right? Material piety is exhausted. Kshine punye martyalokam vishanti. So when people perform pious activities, they accumulate a lot of punya, piety, and they go to the higher planets, Svargaloka. And that pious credits are exhausted, kshine punye. And when the pious credits are exhausted, martyalokam vishanti, come back to this mortal world, earthly planet. So going up, coming down, going up, coming down. It's like a drunkard goes to bar. They will give him wine or whatever alcohol as long as he pays. Sometimes by drinking and drinking and drinking, he will exhaust his money. They'll say, get out. right? He thinks that I'm enjoying by drinking, or any other mode of enjoyment. They will enjoy as long as they have some money, some dhanam. Just like as long as there is fuel in the airplane, it can fly. When the fuel is exhausted, plane has to come down, crash down, right? Suddenly. So it's an important point to note that piety on a material plane is not permanent. It can only give us very temporary enjoyment on a material plane. But piety on a spiritual plane is permanent. That's what the shloka says. Neha bhikramana hosti pratyavayo na vidyate. There is no loss or diminution in the spiritual credits that you have accumulated by worshipping Gauranga, by worshipping Narasimhadev, by worshipping Radha Krishna, by worshipping Lord Ramachandra, Sita Devi. So when we are worshipping the Lord directly, and not some devatas, or not some, what to say, man-made gods, for some material purposes, but if we selflessly worship the Lord, selflessly follow the practices of Bhakti Yoga, including Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, whatever little pious credits we have accumulated will stay in our eternal bank account forever. There is no loss. Swalpamapyasya dharmasya, even swalpa dharma, even little bit of dharma that we perform, trayate mahato bhayat, it can protect us from the greatest form of danger. And the greatest danger is gliding down to lower species, right? Losing this human form of life and becoming an animal, or a bird, or a fish, or a snake, or a scorpion, or an ant, or an insect, or worm in a stool. That's very scary. When somebody glides down to lower planets, lower species, when will they again come to human life? And in human life, even if they happen to take birth in human life, human body, will they be fortunate enough to come in contact with devotees? Not sure. So, somehow by Prabhupada's grace, by the grace of so many wonderful acharyas and so many Vaishnavas who are carrying the message of Krishna consciousness, message of Bhagavad Gita, message of Bhagavatam, we somehow got an opportunity to practice bhakti. Right? We have got access to Shravanam, Kirtanam. We are chanting Harekrishna Mahamantra. We are hearing Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. We are worshipping the deities. So all these spiritual privileges, we should not take it for granted. An opportunity to serve Krishna, an opportunity to associate with devotees is very, very rare. Brahmanda, Brahmite Kona Bhagyavan Jiva. Guru Krishna Prasade Bhakti Lata Bija. We get Bhakti Lata Bija, the seed of the devotional creeper, by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. After wandering through several lifetimes, hundreds and thousands and millions of lifetimes in different species, somehow we come to human species and we get some opportunity to practice bhakti. We should not lose it. If we don't use the opportunity, we will lose the opportunity. Right? We have to take benefit of this opportunity. Because of offenses, because of complacency, because of negligence, we may lose a golden opportunity to hear Krishna Katha or chant the holy names of the Lord and basically practice bhakti. But even if somebody happens to deviate from the path of bhakti because of negligence or offense or whatever, still whatever little bhakti this devotee has done till that point, that will protect that devotee forever. Right? For instance, we have the example of Indradimna Maharaj. Indradimna Maharaj ruled the kingdom for a long time and he retired and he entered the forest. He started worshipping Lord Hari. Then somehow, unfortunately, he was cursed to die. Cursed to become an elephant by a sage named Agastya. So Agastya Rishi cursed him to become an elephant. We'll not discuss all the incidents. He became an elephant, Gajendra. As Gajendra, as an animal, as an elephant, Indradyumna Maharaj has completely forgotten his previous bhakti. He became so absorbed in his new identity as an elephant, as the king of all elephants, as the king of the entire forest. He was completely absorbed in his identity, new identity. That's what Maya does. Whatever identity we acquire, whether it is student identity or teacher identity or brahmachari identity or grahastha identity or Indian identity or American identity, Australian identity or male identity or female identity, so many upadhis. We start identifying with all these external temporary designations and positions and possessions and bodies and bodily relations. And that is because of Maya. We get absorbed in that identity. But scriptures constantly shake us. You are not material body, you are soul. As soul, these are your activities. Scriptures constantly shake us. But somehow, this Gajendra was absorbed in his new identity as an elephant. And one day, as all of you know, a crocodile caught his leg. And he fought with that crocodile for 1,000 years. Gajendra was pulling the crocodile outside the lake, and the crocodile was pulling Gajendra inside the lake. Gajendra thought, okay, this crocodile may leave me in 5 minutes, or 10 minutes, or 1 hour, or by evening it will leave me. In 1 day it may leave me. In 1 day it may leave me. In 10 days it may leave me. Days are passing, weeks are passing, months are passing, years are passing, decades are passing, centuries are passing. Crocodile was not leaving. 1,000 years Gajendra was struggling. Don't ask me, how can an elephant live for 1,000 years? We are not talking about Kali Yuga. And we are not talking about earthly planet also. Gajendra episode happened in some upper planet. Right? So Gajendra became an elephant, and for 1,000 years Gajendra was struggling so hard to get released from this crocodile. Then by Krishna's grace, Gajendra remembered a past prayer that he has learned in his past life as Indradyumna Maharaj. Then he started offering that prayer. This is called Svalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Even if little bit of bhakti or service you do, that will protect you from the greatest danger. And here is Gajendra caught up in this danger. Gajendra started offering prayers. Madrik prapanna pashupasha vimokshanaya muktaya bhuri karunaya namolayaya swamshena sarvata nubhrin manasi pratita pratyagdrishe bhagavate brihate namaste. He started offering prayers to the Lord. Oh Lord, you are the supremely powerful personality. And Madrik prapanna pashupasha vimokshanaya, whoever surrenders unto you with sincerity, you protect those surrendered souls, because you have the ability to protect them, you have the intention or compassion to protect them, and you also are aware of their problems. 3 things. Krishna has 3 things. He has the capacity to protect, compassion to protect, and cognizance of our issues, of our problems. He understands our moods and needs and deeds, because he stays within our hearts as super soul. Paramatma. He completely understands what we are up to, what we need. Especially when somebody is sincerely worshipping the Lord knows their consciousness. Oh, this devotee needs some assistance in spiritual life, let me give. The Lord reciprocates with our desires. So Gajendra wanted some kind of protection, and Gajendra got this protection. So when he offered this prayer, many people in this world, they may have intention to help us, but they may not have the ability to help us. And there are many other people in this world, they may have the ability to help us, they don't have the intention to help us. Who has both? Only Krishna. Krishna has both ability and intention to help us, both capacity and compassion to help us. When Gajendra was struggling so much, all the elephant friends of Gajendra wanted to help. They had the intention to help Gajendra, but they were incapable. They don't have the ability. If this crocodile had attacked Gajendra on the ground, all the other elephants would have made chutney out of this crocodile. They would have trampled this crocodile. I mean, one Gajendra is also sufficient. But Gajendra has support of hundreds of elephants, all of them would have just completely trampled. But, but because the crocodile attacked Gajendra inside the water, Gajendra could not do anything. Very important lesson here. Just because you are powerful in one area, that does not mean you'll remain powerful in every area. Just because Gajendra is very powerful, most powerful in the entire forest land, that does not mean Gajendra will be powerful inside water. In the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th chapter, Srila Prabhupada gives a beautiful analogy. When an elephant enters a river, sometimes because of the river's current, elephant may just flow. Elephant may not be able to handle the river current. It may even drown also. It may die also. But a little fish, which is insignificant comparison to a huge elephant, this little fish can happily swim upstream against the stream. Why? What's the difference? The difference is simple. This fish has taken shelter of the river, but elephant has not taken shelter of the river. Similarly, although we are insignificant, although we may not be having so much capacity, still if we sincerely take shelter of Krishna, that Krishna's shelter will protect us, although we are insignificant. Prahlad Maharaj was a very small child, 5-year-old child. What capacity he has. But Prahlad Maharaj took shelter of Krishna, Lord Hari. Then the Lord protected Prahlad from all calamities. All calamities. His own father is trying to kill him in 1,000 different ways, but the Lord always protected him. So when we take shelter of the Lord's strength becomes our strength. That's why Neha Vikramana Susti. That's why we need to worship the Lord. And even little bit of worship, little bit of sincere Sravanam Kirtanam we do, that will help us be protected from very, very unimaginable dangers. Right? So this is the purport of this shloka. Gajendra offered this prayer and the Lord immediately came on the back of Garuda. He released his Sudarshan Chakra and killed Gajendra and killed the crocodile and liberated Gajendra. Samsarambhasi sambhrta brahma bhare gambhirata patraya grahena bhigrihita mugra gatina krushantam antarbhayat diptrenadya sudarshanena vibudha klantichhida karina Chinta santati ruddha muddhara hare macchitta dantishwaram. Samsarambhasi sambhrta brahma bhare. This material world is filled with so many difficulties, so many illusions, temptations, allurements of Maya. Samsarambhasi sambhrta brahma bhare gambhirata patraya. All the 3 kinds of miseries, tapatrayas, you know them, right? Misery is caused by body and mind. Misery is caused by other living beings. Misery is caused by nature. Very, very gambhira, very grave. Samsarambhasi sambhrta brahma bhare gambhirata patraya grahena bhigrihita mugra gatina akroshantam antarbhayat. Means already this material world is like a big ocean and we are drowning there. On top of it, when we are struggling to swim and then try to somehow manage to float and save our lives, these crocodiles and sharks are coming and attacking us. Can you just imagine the condition of a conditioned soul? Akroshantam antarbhayat, because of intense fear in the heart, he is doing akrosha, he's struggling so much, he's crying. Akroshantam antarbhayat. Diptrenadya sudarshanena vibudha klantichhida karina. So, in such a terrible state of mind or existence, Gajendra or any struggling living entity should offer a prayer to the Lord. What is the prayer? Oh Lord, please release your Sudarshan Chakra. Diptrenadya Sudarshanena Vibudha. Please release your Sudarshan Chakra that has the track record of even protecting Vibudhas, great devatas also. Even when Devatas are in trouble, the Lord can come and protect. Devatas cannot protect. When in this Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, even Brahma, when they get some trouble, they go to Vishnu and ask for some benediction, ask for some protection, right? So this is how a devotee prays. Gambhirata patrya. So when we offer sincere prayers to the Lord, when we sincerely practice bhakti, according to the scriptural teachings and according to the teachings of Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, that gives us great protection. But if we neglect that rare opportunity to practice bhakti, despite having the ability to practice bhakti, then one has to glide down to the lower species. A fortunate person is one who has a spiritual guide. A more fortunate person is one who accepts that guidance. An unfortunate person is one who does not have a spiritual guidance. And the most unfortunate person is one who has spiritual guidance, but he doesn't accept it. Right? Most unfortunate one is somebody who has access to spiritual guidance, but he doesn't accept it. So we should not become most unfortunate people. So we have been bestowed this opportunity. Krishna says in the Uddhava Gita, Neha bhikramana sosti pratyavayo na vidyate. This Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, but Krishna also says in Uddhava Gita, in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, he says that Nrideham adyam sulabham sudurlabham plavam sukalpam guru karanadharam mayanukule nabhasvateritam. The meaning of this shloka is this human body is like a boat. Right? Human body is like a strong boat to cross this ocean of material existence. And Guru is the captain of the boat. And the favorable winds that help the boat happily, smoothly sail across the river, across the ocean, they are like the scriptures. So whoever has access to these three should be able to elevate one's consciousness and go to the spiritual world. Otherwise, they are called killers of the soul. What are the three things? First, human body. All of us have a human body here in this room? Great. There may be some ants in the corner, but all of us have human bodies. Those who are hearing the class, human body we have. Second, do we have access to Guru? Some Acharya is explaining Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and some are officially initiated also, right? So we have access to Guru. Third, do we have access to scriptures? Gita, Bhagavatam and all. So these three are sufficient, right? Human body, a Guru, and scriptures. These three are sufficient for us to go to the spiritual world from this material world, provided we take benefit of them. But despite having access to these three great spiritual privileges, if we waste them, if we misuse them, if we underutilize them, then gliding down to lower species is possible. But nevertheless, Krishna is so merciful. Even if we do little bit of bhakti, say somebody performed some bhakti to some degree, say 50% of only they performed bhakti and perfected their life only up to 50%. No problem. In the next life, they will continue from 51%. But you can't just be doing a bachelor's degree in this life and in the next life you can't enroll for master's degree. I did bachelor's degree only. When? In the last life. Nobody will admit you in any university, by the way. Again, you start from ABCD, right? But bhakti is not like that. See, so many children, they are very absorbed in bhakti at a tender age. 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, they are learning shlokas like anything. They are knowing all pastimes and they are able to give some different perspectives and lessons from scriptural episodes. How are they doing that? Right? Maybe some blessing, special blessing and some past background, maybe some from past life, right? So even those who come to the path of Krishna consciousness at a later age, at some age, some people will pick up bhakti very fast, some people will take some time to pick up, right? So we need to understand that everybody is undergoing some spiritual journey, and whoever comes to the temple is not an ordinary soul. They have some special blessing, special fortune because of which they are coming in contact with devotees. So another example of this Nehabhikramana Sosti is Ajamila episode. You know Ajamila? In the 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, we have a popular story of Ajamila. He has been a very pure Brahmana. However, he associated with a prostitute, and he lost all his Brahmanical culture because of his undue material attraction. And he started beating people, cheating people, looting people, robbing people, killing people, engaging in gambling, and using all kinds of illegal means to earn his livelihood, and trying to maintain his family in such sinful and abominable, ghastly ways. Garhita karma. He's doing abominable activities to maintain his family. He completely lost all his Brahmanical culture. But somehow, by some good fortune, he named his son Narayana. That's all. And at the age of 88, he had a small son, hardly 2 3-year-old boy. He could not even speak also. But somehow the son's name is Narayana. And with great affection, Ajamil was constantly calling, Narayana, come here. It's time to eat. Narayana, come here. It's time to sleep for you. Narayana, come here. Let's play. Narayana, get up. It's time to get up. Like that, he's constantly chanting Narayana, 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 hundreds and thousands of times with great affection every day. Such pure and affectionate chanting of Narayana's name purified him. But he did not intend to call Lord Narayana. He was only addressing his son Narayana. But still, even that indirect chanting of the names of the Lord completely purified him. And when Yamadutas came to take him to Yamalok, Ajamil chanted again Narayana's name with anxiety. So much of anxiety. That anxious chanting of the name of Narayana again purified him. Affectionate chanting of name Narayana, anxious chanting of the name Narayana. So these two. So Ajamil was purified of all his sinful activities, sinful reactions. Then, when the Yamadutas were about to take away Ajamil's soul to Yamalok, Vishnudutas came there. Because Ajamil committed so many sinful activities with his body, mind and words, 3 Yamadutas came to take him to hell. And because Ajamil chanted Narayana, 4 syllables of the holy name, 4 Vishnudutas came to protect him from these 3 Yamadutas. Somebody would ask the Lord, my dear Lord, what's happening? He never called you. Why are you sending your assistants to protect him? He called Narayana. So Narayana is the boy. No, boy is not Narayana, I am Narayana. Right? He intended to call the boy. The Lord says, who is Narayana? Tell me. I am Narayana. The boy is not Narayana. And he said Narayana, Narayana so many times, hundreds of times with affection and in anxiety. Therefore, I must respond. The name of the Lord is not different from the Lord. Therefore, the Lord responds when you call the name Narayana, Krishna, Govinda, Madhusudana, Vamana, Trivikrama. So when you call the name of the Lord with affection and in anxiety, definitely the Lord will respond to our loving calls. That's why Kulashekara Alvar says, He martyah paramam hitam shrunutavo vakshyami sankshepata samsararnava mapa durvi bahulam samyak pravishya sthitah nana gnanam apasya chetasi namo narayana yetyavam mantram sapranavam pranama sahitam pravartayedhvam muhu. He says that, oh Martya, oh immortal being, human being, please understand your condition. Samsararnavamapaturmi bahulam, you are completely caught up in this ocean of material existence, tossed by the waves of miseries. Just keep aside all your concocted ways of escaping from this ocean. Just accept this one solution. What is that? Chant Om Namo Narayanaya. He says that. Mantram sa pranavam pranama sahitam pravartayedham muhu. Chant this mantra. along with Om, then the Lord will protect you. So, especially in this Kali Yuga, there is no other way. The dharma. Salpamapyasya dharma se vise, right? In the shloka. What is that dharma? Savaipam sambaro dharmo yato bhaktira dhokshaji. Ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasihidati. Savaipam sambaro dharma, the supreme dharma of every single living being is to selflessly and seamlessly, causelessly and ceaselessly worship Krishna with absolutely no expectations. Unmotivated and uninterrupted bhakti unto Lord Adhokshaja is the dharma of every living being. That's our dharma, right? And svalpamapyasya dharma, so if you perform this dharma even slightly, trayate bhato bhayat, it will protect us from greatest dangers, just like Ajamila was protected. Even indirect chanting of holy name of Krishna can protect a sinful personality. Of course, we should not call him sinful personality. He's purified. But before chanting Narayana, he committed so many sinful activities, but he was purified of all the sins. Guru namcha laghu namcha means whether the sin is very big or small, holy name of Krishna will completely eradicate the sins. Of course, we should not chant the holy name of Krishna to eradicate the sins. We should chant the holy name of Krishna to develop love for Krishna. But the point here is, Svalpamapyasya dharmasya, even little bit of bhakti, little bit of chanting Krishna's names or Narayana's names, little bit of worshipping the deities of the Lord, that will protect us from the greatest danger of going to hell, of gliding into lower species. Right? Ajamila was protected just by chanting Krishna's name, even indirectly, even unconsciously. The first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam says, Yannama vivasho granan tataha sadyo vimuchyeta yad bibheti swayam bhayam. Apannaha samshritim ghoram. Please recite. Apannaha samshritim ghoram. Yannama vivasho granan tataha sadyo vimuchyeta yad bibheti swayam bhayam. So if you take shelter of Krishna's name, even unconsciously, unintentionally, incidentally, circumstantially, not deliberately, still that indirect, unconscious, circumstantial, incidental chanting of holy name of Krishna also can protect us. Even that Svalpa Dharma also will protect us, will uplift our consciousness. So let's chant enthusiastically. Ajamila chanted at the time of death. Just imagine what will happen if we chant throughout our lives. Ajamila chanted without any faith. What will happen if we chant faithfully? Ajamila chanted to call his son. What will happen if we chant to call the Lord? Ajamila chanted by committing so many sinful activities. What will happen if we chant by following the 4 regulative principles? So, some people will think, do whatever you want whole life. At the end of life, say Narayana. Ante Narayana Smriti. You'll go back to Godhead. For your information, for your kind information, Ajamila did not go back to Godhead. Ajamila was protected from the Yamadutas by the Vishnudutas and he was given a second chance. Then Ajamila went to Haridwar and for 12 years he did his Ravanam, Kirtanam, his Bhakti. Then the Vaikuntha airplane came and took him. Right? So Ajamila episode is not encouraging us to chant inattentively or commit sinful activities, by the way. Don't misunderstand this episode. Right? So Trayate Mahato Bhayat means yes, it protects us from greatest danger and gives us another chance. Right? We get another chance. Even indirect dharma. Now let me tell you one little story from the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, which Prabhupada translated as nectar of devotion. Right? If you see, there is one devotee, one simple devotee. He did not have much money. He could not worship the Lord with opulent dresses and ornaments and garlands and bhoga. He could not perform abhishek. He's very, very poor Brahmana. But he has a desire to worship the Lord, desire to render service to the Lord. So one day he came to a satsang program like this. And the speaker is speaking. If you don't have the means to offer worship to the Lord physically, you can do it virtually. Online? No, not online. Within your meditation. Close your eyes. In imagination, you can offer opulent dresses to the Lord, opulent necklaces, opulent ornaments to the Lord, opulent garlands. You can perform Abhishek with best quality ingredients. Then he got an idea. Oh, what I cannot do physically, I can do mentally. So this Brahmana came, sat in a garden, closed his eyes, began his worship. He went to Godavari river. In a golden pot, he brought Godavari river. He went to Ganga. In a golden pot, he got water from Ganga. He went to Yamuna. In a golden pot, he got water from Yamuna. Like that, he went to all important rivers, pure rivers, and brought holy waters from all these rivers. Then he started bathing the Lord's deity with all this water. And he also has the best quality milk, and he started offering worship of the Lord, Abhishek of the Lord with this milk, then yogurt, then also sugar water, then also honey. Then he started wiping the Lord's deity, and he offered very excellent, exquisitely made outfits along with ornaments, with beautifully made garlands, right? And then he offered chapan bhog. Like that he worshipped the Lord. All within his meditation. No paraphernalia was there. Deity also was not there. Within his mind only he is making all this worship. All imagination. Complete imagination. Then next day also he did the same. Third day also he did the same. Like that he is doing every day. One day he wanted to offer sweet rice to the Lord. He closed his eyes. Making sweet rice is very easy. Close your eyes. That's all. Close your eyes. He got milk, best quality rice, best quality sugar, best quality ghee, and maybe some dry fruits, and he's making sweet rice with so much love and devotion. And after the sweet rice is made nicely, he wanted to offer it to the Lord. But before offering it to the Lord, he wanted to check the temperature. Oh, is it too hot? I should not offer very hot things to the Lord. I should check the temperature. And then he just kept his finger in the sweet rice that he has made. His hand got burnt. Not in imagination, in reality. He made the sweet rice in imagination, but his hand really got burnt. And seeing this, Lord Vishnu in Vaikuntha started laughing. And Lakshmi Devi asked Narayana, why are you laughing? Did he do some comedy or what? Did anyone crack some joke here in Vaikuntha? Why are you suddenly laughing? Then Narayana said, I will not tell you. Wait for some time. He called, Vishnu Dutas, come here. Take the airplane. Go to Pratishtanpur. You will find a Brahmana sincerely worshipping me with best quality ingredients. You will not find any ingredients. You will not find my deity also. You will just find Brahmana sitting and closing his eyes. Please understand, he is worshipping me. Bring him here. Then Vaikuntha airplane came. By the way, this is not imagination, this is reality. Right? So Vaikuntha airplane came there and asked the Pratishtanpur Brahmana, so we are from Vaikuntha Airlines. Your boarding pass is ready. Right? You never booked the ticket, but still, the Lord has given the boarding pass. Please board the flight. And he was stunned. Really? Vaikuntha, me? Right? Yes, Lord Vishnu is calling you. And it's all reality. He boarded the airplane. Within moments, this Vaikuntha airplane went to Vaikuntha and landed in front of Lord Vishnu. Then Lord Vishnu started speaking to Lakshmi Devi. See, I was laughing, right? Because this Brahmana every day is worshipping me with first-class ingredients within his mind, within his meditation, within his imagination. Today he offered sweet rice and his hand got burnt. That's why I'm laughing. He offered me sweet rice. He wanted to offer me sweet rice within his imagination, but his hand really got burnt. So he told the Brahmana, you stay here only in Vaikuntha. You don't need to go to Pratishtanpur again. Stay here only. So he entered Vaikuntha because of imaginary worship. What to speak of worshipping the Lord really? नाथेनः पुरुषोत्तमे त्रिजगताम् एकाधिपे चेतसा सेव्ये स्वस्य पदस्य दातरिपरे नारायणे तिष्ठति यं कञ्चित् पुरुषाधमं कतिपया ग्रामेशमल्पार्थदम् Sevayai mrugayamahe naramaho mudhavaraka Nathena Purushottame Trijagatam. The Supreme Lord Purushottama, Krishna, is the Natha, is the boss, is the master of all the three worlds. Ekadhipe Chetasa is the one and only master of all the three worlds. Sevye Swasya Padasya Data Ripare Narayane Tishtati. If you do seva of the Lord, even within your Chetana, within your mind, even if you do some imaginary worship of the Lord, Swasya Padasya Data Ripare, He will just give us His own abode, His own planet. Come and stay there. This is the mercy of the Lord. Even indirect worship, even imaginary worship, even little worship that we do with little sincerity, the Lord will bestow His Vaikuntha planet to us. Come to Vaikuntha. Forever you can stay here. You don't have to change homes, right? So that is the mercy of the Lord. But yam kanchit purushadhamam katipaya grameshamal parthatam sevayai mrugayamahe naramaho mudhavaraka. But people in this world are not believing the Lord. They are not keeping trust and faith in the mercy of the Lord, but they are keeping trust and faith in so many landlords in this world who just give them some salary, some remuneration for some service. But the Lord, the master of all the three worlds, even for imaginary service, He will give such a remuneration that you can stay forever in Vaikuntha Loka. Can you just imagine how merciful the Lord is? We cannot imagine. The mercy of the Lord is very inconceivable. And the most merciful manifestation of the Lord in this world is His form as holy name, Nama-avatara. The most accessible form, the most merciful form. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in the Sikshashtakam, Nam-namakari bahudha nija sarva shaktihi tatrarpita niyamitaha smaranena kalaha. The Lord has invested all His shaktis in His name. Nija sarva shaktihi tatrarpita means the Lord has invested all His powers, whatever vibhutis, whatever powers the Supreme Lord Svarupa has, His name also has. Right? His name also has the same potency. Then tatrarpita niyamita hasmaranena kalha. There are no hard and fast rules to chant the holy names of the Lord. One day one man is chanting Krishna's name. Somehow he is accustomed to chanting Krishna's name. He is constantly chanting Krishna, 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 like that. He is chanting constantly. But he had to go to toilet, washroom. He thought, how can I chant Krishna's name, pure name of Krishna, in such a filthy place, in such a dirty place? Let me not chant now. But his tongue is not stopping chanting only. So he had an idea. He held his tongue between his teeth. Right? You can try once. He held his tongue between his teeth, not allowing the tongue to chant Krishna's name. One little boy, 5-year-old child, saw this man. What are you doing? Why are you holding the tongue between the teeth? He said, I am going to toilet. I don't want to chant the pure name of Krishna in such a dirty place while doing a dirty activity. You know what the boy said? What if you die now? Oh, he never expected such a question. What if you die now? Means you will die without remembering Krishna? Don't worry. You can chant Krishna's name even while passing urine, passing stool, while taking bath, even in the toilet, washroom area, wherever you want, you can chant. Right? Well, you just got up in the middle of the night, your sleep broke, and you can immediately pick up your bead bag and chant, but you cannot go to the altar and worship the deities. There are protocols in this paddhati, in this process of bhakti. But there are no protocols, no hard and fast rules in chanting the names of the Lord. Let's chant Hare Krishna whenever you want. So you are sick, you are unable to take a bath. Just without taking bath, you can chant. You are traveling. You are not surrounded by a very clean atmosphere. You are sitting in the flight, in one seat, and the guy sitting next to you says, I want chicken, I want beef. And the air hostess is saying, what do you want? Please take. And very politely, very respectfully they ask, you want the flesh, you want to eat the flesh of some innocent animals. You want to eat their dead bodies. You have processed it and stored it nicely. Eat it. They will say, yes, I want to eat. They are sitting right next to you. You cannot worship the deity there. Right? But you can always chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Your chanting will help them also. So whether we are in filthy places, awkward places, any circumstances, Om apavitraha pavitro va sarvavasthangato pivai hasmaret pundarikaksham sabahyabhyantar suchihi. Just do smaran of that pundarikaksha, lotus-eyed Lord. You will become pure inside and outside. Just chant Krishna's names. Right? So the greatest dharma is Bhakti Yoga, and the easiest process in Bhakti Yoga is chanting the names of Krishna. And the most effective process is also chanting the name of Krishna. Shatruchhedaika mantram sakalam upanishadvakya sampujya mantram samsarochheda mantram samuchita tamasaha sangha niryana mantram sarvai mantram vyasana bhujaga sandashta santrana mantram jihve Sri Krishna mantram japa japa satatam janma safalya mantram. So this Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, if we just chant constantly, regularly, may not be constantly because of this material mind and many other material engagements, regularly on a daily basis, 2 rounds, 4 rounds, 16 rounds, 24 rounds. How many rounds you chant? This little girl. How many rounds you chant? Yeah.
8 rounds.
You 8. 8. Excellent. You ask very intelligent questions and also chant 8 rounds. Very good. Children at such a tender age are chanting 8 rounds, which may take 1 hour in a day. Can you just imagine the mercy of Prabhupada, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? A child, what's her age? 8, 9, 10? 9. 9-year-old child is chanting 8 rounds. This is the inconceivable mercy of the Lord. Even a child can chant, but they cannot chant, elaborate mantras and do elaborate yajnas, elaborate worships, elaborate Vedic studies and performing elaborate austerities. Not possible, but chanting anyone can do. So this is the easiest path to go to the Lord. Shatruchhedaika mantram. This will completely purify us of all our internal enemies. Who is our enemy? Not external people. Krishna defines who is our enemy. Kama yesha krodha yesha rajo guna samudbhavaha mahashano mahapapma vidhyena ihavairinam. Kama yesha krodha yesha. It is only lust, kama or material desire, which later turns into wrath, anger when it is not fulfilled. That is our real enemy. Mahashano, Mahapapma, Vidhyena iha Vairinam. Vairi means an enemy. Who is our Vairi? Our own Kama is our Vairi. Our enemies are not outside. The real enemy is our own material desire. And the chanting of the holy name of Krishna can completely eradicate all material desires. The more you chant, the more your material desires will be eradicated. Beware. If you still have material desires, then just think twice before you chant. But if you sincerely desire to eradicate material desires and develop only spiritual desires, chant the holy name of the Lord. If you want to remain in this material world, please think twice before chanting. But if you want to get out of this material world and material miseries, then you must chant. Right? That's the effect of chanting. Now, we'll conclude the session. I'll just speak one shloka. Then you will say, good, you should conclude the session so that we chant the names of the Lord. You will abandon everything. After hearing this one shloka, you will abandon everything and then you will become very excited to chant. Maybe those who are chanting 8 rounds want to make it 16 or at least 9, whatever. Let me just share. Radheti nama navasundara sidhu mugdham Krishneti nama madhuradbhuta gadha dugdham Sarvakshanam surabhiraga himena ramyam Kritva tadaiva pibame rasanekshudarte. We are chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, right? Who is that Hare in that mantra? Srimati Radharani, right? Everybody has this understanding? Hare means Srimati Radharani. How many times we say Hare in one mantra? 8 times, correct. Then how many Krishnas are there in this mantra? 9? 4. Thank God. I'm seeing which mantra is this with 9 Krishnas. Then how many Rams are there? 4. So Rama and Krishna are the names of the Supreme Lord. And Hare is the name of the Supreme Lord's consort or energy, Srimati Radharani. So 8 times we are remembering Srimati Radharani, her name, and 8 times we are chanting Krishna's names, right? The Lord's names. Now what is the sweetness or greatness of these names? Let's see. Radheti nama navasundara sidhu mugdham. Radharani's name is Nava Sundara Sidhu Mugdham. Right? Sidhu means nectar. Sidhu Mugdham means intoxicating nectar. Sundara Sidhu Mugdham means very beautiful, intoxicating nectar. Nava Sundara Sidhu Mugdham means very fresh, ever fresh nectar, intoxicating nectar, beautiful nectar. That is the name of Radharani. Hare. When you say Hare, you are just tasting intoxicating nectar. Okay? Clear? That's the power of Radharani's name. What about Krishna's name? Krishneti nama madhura adbhuta gadha dugdham. What about Krishna's name? Madhura adbhuta gadha dugdham. Dugdham means? What is dugdham? Anyone knows? Not digdha, dugdha. Huh? Milk, correct. Dugdham means milk. Madhura adbhuta gadha dugdham. What is gadha dugdha? Anyone knows? Thick milk, condensed milk. Okay, got it. Gadha dugdham. Madhura gadha dugdham means very sweet condensed milk. Madhura adbhuta gadha dugdham means? Adbhuta means wonderful. Very sweet and wonderful condensed milk is Krishna's name. Radharani's name is intoxicating nectar. Krishna's name is condensed milk, rabdi. Right? Now mix both. Hare Krishna Mahamantra is a combination of both, right? Radharani's name and Krishna's name. 8 Radha's names, 8 Krishna's names, right? When the combination of this condensed nectar and this, what is this? Condensed milk and an intoxicating nectar, when they come together, they form very sweet nectarian kheer. Kheer, you know, payasam. Are you eager to drink that? But as I said in the previous story, it should not be taken hot. You have to make it cool. For that you can add ice. You know what is that ice? Ice cube there. Sarvakshanam surabhiraga himena ramyam. Hima means ice. Raga means our love, attachment, enthusiasm, excitement to chant Krishna's names. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So, Radharani's name is intoxicating nectar. Krishna's name is condensed milk. And the combination is kheer. And to this kheer, let's add some ice. And that ice is our enthusiasm. Let's add the enthusiasm, the ice of our enthusiasm, ice of our attachment, ice of our love to chant. So when we enthusiastically chant Krishna's names, then we can taste the nectar. Kritva tadaiva pibame rasanekshudarte. So when we drink this kheer with great enthusiasm, that will completely pacify our thirst, right? We'll be relieved of the thirst. So let's taste the nectarian name of Krishna. Actually, chanting seems to be very austere for most people. Right? Anyone here? Do you find japa very austere? Nobody. My God, my humble obeisances to all of you. Right? I need your blessings. I need the test from your lotus feet because you have such great taste for chanting japa. I don't have so much. But other services or reading scriptures or even kirtan, we are more excited. How many of you are excited for kirtan more than japa? Huh? He says, okay. Many of you. Kirtan, you are very excited. Japa, how many rounds you chant? 2, 4, sometimes 4, sometimes 2. But today I didn't chant. But Kirtan, I can do 1 hour Kirtan. Right? What's the difference? Because in Kirtan, there are musical instruments. There is a mic. There is public attention singing along with us. We can play kartal, mridanga, on all the musical instruments. And sometimes you can even dance also. A lot of physical engagement is there, excitement is there, public attention is there. Therefore we get excited. Okay, for whatever reason, let's do Kirtan. That's amazing. But when it comes to personal japa, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That's your personal, private meeting time with Krishna. There we are not getting excited. Kirtan, so many people are around. Will you do Kirtan alone? In your own, without any musical instruments? Will you do Kirtan alone? Maybe. But how long can you do Kirtan? But when a mic is given to us, and a sound harmonium is given to us, when musical instruments are there, 100 people are singing along with us, 200 people are singing along with us, we get more excited. Right? It's good, it's wonderful. At the same time, we need to also focus on cultivating our private and personal relationship with Krishna by chanting. Right? In Kirtan, there is some tune and some musical thing. It's easy to absorb in holy name in that mode. That's amazing. That has to happen. Mahaprabhu has organized the Sankirtan festival. And it benefits many other people also. When we are chanting loudly, so many people who are not chanting will get the benefit of chanting. And even the ants in the corner of the room, or animals, or whatever, trees, they also get benefited when we are doing loud Sankirtan. But apart from that, even Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, all the great acharyas, they have emphasized on personal chanting on the beads. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Nobody is checking your quality. Nobody is putting a camera in front of you. When you are doing Kirtan, there may be camera in front of you, YouTube live can be done. But when you are chanting, no YouTube live. So we have to prioritize connecting with Krishna by personally chanting the names of the Lord, and that's our private time with Krishna. Of course, we can chant with other devotees, but still, even if you are in a group, your chanting is your chanting, your personal connection with Krishna. So when we take this Yuga Dharma seriously, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra seriously, either in Sankirtan mode or in Japa mode, and both, when we take it seriously, that will protect us from great dangers, and ultimately it's not just protection from dangers, it takes us to the spiritual world. It gives us Krishna prema. Svalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, thank you for the wonderful class. Prabhu, at the beginning of your class, you mentioned that when you do, like if a devotee did bhakti, any bhakti, and it's happened to leave Krishna consciousness or something because they did some offense or anything like that.
They got distracted.
But they're even though they did that offense, their bhakti is still intact. But isn't it different for if you did like a Vaishnava aparadh and then you left? Because I've heard that destroys your bhakti.
Bhakti lata, it's like a mad elephant offense. Correct, definitely. So when we commit Vaishnava aparadh, it's not that bhakti is completely lost, but we will not be able to access it. Means you have good bank balance, but you forgot the password. Right? It's like that. It's not lost, but you cannot access that ecstasy. So, when we commit Vaishnava aparadh, when we commit an offense to another devotee, the best way of relieving ourselves from that Vaishnava aparadh is go and fall at the feet of that devotee. Our ego stops us from apologizing, even if we realize that we have done a mistake. So, if we keep our ego aside, go and beg forgiveness from that Vaishnava and do some service to please that Vaishnava, then we will be relieved from that Vaishnava aparadh. Right? Then we will be able to again taste the nectar of bhakti. But that offensive attitude and causing displeasure to the heart of another devotee could obstruct our Krishna Smarana. Right? Does it answer your question? Any more clarification? Thank you very much. We'll conclude here.